You find out you have 1 hour to live. What do you do with your last hour on Earth? Panic for an hour then die. I lived in Maui during the ballistic missile inbound. This is not a drill event. We had 15 minutes. I was frantic trying to find out if it was true. Then the resolve I was gonna die hit. I went outside, smoked a cigarette and looked out at the ocean. I called none of my 6 kids. Nobody picks up anyway and I didn't want it to look like I favored one over the other. I reviewed my life and I was good. Luckily it was a mistake. But I'll never forget that feeling. Edit. Holy shit, I've never had a post blow up. Ever. Thank you for all the awards. I need to say that when you think your life is ending in minutes you don't always want to grab your phone. I said goodbye to my kids through my heart. I wanted to reflect on my life in my own way in the minutes I had left. I know how to text. Make sure my wife knows how to collect my life insurance policy. Google 1 hour to live scam or legit. I have allergies. I will eat everything I had to stop eating because of them. Drink 5-hour energy. Hope it's not this hour. Got a real bad case of the shits, so I'd probably spend it where I am now. Shit. It's almost 3 AM here. Probably go to bed. Take a couple $1,000s out of the bank. Die with that money clutched in my hand and surrounded by cryptic messages with allusions toward a much greater hidden treasure. Have a beer and post on Facebook. If this post doesn't get 5,000 likes in the next hour I will die. Edits. Thank you for the awards folks. Woke up to 10k likes, so I guess they resuscitated me. Drive to my mom's house. Get into a passive-aggressive argument. She's guaranteed to say you're killing me about 45 minutes in. Having it timed perfectly I say no. Ma, you're killing me. Smile as my last hour will be spent doing absolutely nothing with my life. Like the other 28 years. Well, I sure as hell won't be spending it wearing pants. An hour, huh? That's enough time for a drink. Hang out on my couch with all my pets, I guess. The usual. Call that guy back to discuss my car's warranty. Hug all my immediate family. Make videos to send to all the people I love. I just lost someone and I'd kill for more voicemails and videos of them to replay when I miss them. I don't want to forget how they looked or sounded. Rub one more out. Tell people I love them. Stare at the moon. Easy. Check Reddit on how to get more time. Say goodbye to friends and family. Make a quick will. Then just vibe with them. Snuggle with my dog. Scroll Netflix or Hulu until I find something to watch while I wait it out. If it's natural causes I'd go to the hospital so they can harvest my organs fresh, and I'd call my family on the way to say goodbye. Unless the 1 hour is a huge asteroid or something globally cataclysmic, I'd try to get to good view. Load the kids into the car. Drive out to my parents' place. Give them all hugs and kisses. Grab one of their whiskey bottles. Walk out back to the lake. Sit on the pier. And spend the last 10-15 minutes drinking and enjoying the view. Honestly, I would farm karma on our pics. Guys, I only have 1 hour left to live. Steal the Declaration of Independence. Tell my wife I love her very much. Hug my dog and cry because he won't understand why I disappear. Removed. I'm gonna sit on a huge dildo just to see what that feels like. Probably try and come one more time. Call my sister and say how much I love her. That I never did before. Guess I'll call her now. Maybe I will die in an hour. Call my boss and tell him to take that job and shove it. Get in my car and drive as long as I can and as fast as I can. I'm talking 5-star wanted level. I want to make national news. And right before my timer goes off, I want to drive straight off a cliff and put on the most spectacular car crash anyone's ever seen. Tell nobody. Grab my earbuds. And find somewhere nice outside to sit and draw in my sketchbook until I'm done. Eat a handful of shrooms. Hug and kiss the kids and family and go away from this place tripping to the next dimension. Planks for 1 hour. It'll last for 10 years. Check out early. I have 4 young daughters. I also have a $5 million life insurance policy. I would talk to them and tell them I am really sorry I won't be there for the rest of their lives, but that I love them very much and I hope they will be taken care of without me being there. That was a little too honest for me to write out and is making me emotional. Spend it telling my husband how much I love him and how happy he's made me. I would mean every word. I'm a lucky woman. Record messages to my daughters for all of their major events in their life they have gotten to yet. Graduations. Weddings. Births. That I won't get a chance to be there for. I would tell them how proud of them I am. And how they need to always look out for their mom. I would tell my wife I love her. And my dogs they are the best boys girls. Drive to my former best friend's house. Tell her I'm sorry for the shit I said to her. En route. Call my closest friend. Say bye. Love him. Then spend the rest of the time on the phone with my parents while driving. Get my apology out. Tell her I love her. Then die. Maybe throw in a I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And that he died for all of my sins. Just to be safe. Assuming I'm at home when I find out. FaceTime my family and tell them I love them and talk about the good times we've had and tell them that they've made my life amazing. Text my friends and let them know how much they mean to me and thank them for their friendship. Hug my dogs and give them scratches. Sit on my balcony with my girl in my arms and let death take me. Deleting online accounts and praying. Get really high. With my parents and wish them a final goodbye. Before I spontaneously human combust. Hold my 18-year dog and recount to her all of our past adventures together and apologize that I won't be there to see her out of her long life. Sleep. Watch the first hour of Shrek. Spray paint giant fluorescent penises everywhere. Tell my wife where my will is and hug her. I wrote it when the pandemic started. But never told her in order to save her from freaking out. Hug my kids. Tell my mother thank you for everything again. Sit and relax. Hoping that there is at least something true about the afterlife and I'll be able to see all the loved ones who are already gone. Shoot my girlfriend a cute lil text, then leave my phone and go chill with my parents. I'll just play Minecraft until I die. Pet my dog. Smoke some weed. Fuck my girl. Hold my dog till time is up. I'd spend it with my wife and kids. Reddit AMA for the clout. Removed. Eat something unhealthy. Be around my family. And just lay there with music waiting for it to happen. Learn to play the piano. Eat carbs. If I knew there was an hour left, I could die of shock. This is likely to happen. The woman I love is about a half hour away right now. I would drive to her and order a drink to share with her. I would remind her that she is my everything. My world. And that I'll always be there for her. Even when I'm not around. I'd kiss her gently. Listen to that little laugh she always does when I tell her something sweet. And let my life end with her as my last memory. I think I'd roll a joint and drive to the nearest park with a pond. Maybe feed the ducks IDK. My wife passed away 5 months ago and the cemetery is a mile from my house. Although I quit drinking 12 years ago. I still crave it. So. I'd get a pint of Seagrams and a good cigar. I'd go sit with her and take shots and puffs till I could follow her into the dark. Damn it. Now the screen's all blurry. Nail my wife and then watch the last 55 minutes of The Departed. Procrastinate probably. Livestream myself and say things I want to say to people in my life. And spend my last hour with my one and only. 3. Do your mom and play Halo for the Xbox 360 for the last time. So. This question is 1 hour old. OP. What have you been doing for the last hour? Hire an expensive hooker so at least I would not die a virgin. Rewatch the Josh fight. I would wait till there's 1 minute left and plank to make it feel like a lifetime. Grab my son and husband in an embrace and tell them for 60 straight minutes every single thing I love about both of them. Take pictures with them. Record videos with them. Record videos for them for future events in their lives I will miss. My mom died when I was 25 and these are all the things I wish we could have done. She hated getting her picture taken or being on video, so now I can barely remember what she looked or sounded like, and that is such a painful reminder whenever I think about her and only have a vague idea of her anymore. Play with the dog. Go tell my loved ones goodbye and explain the situation. Pray and apologize for my sins to God. Call an ambulance so my family doesn't have to deal with my dead body. Look back at fond memories. Smile and wait. Pray to my God. It's worth it. Holding my son and telling him I love him. Prob wouldn't believe it. Browse Reddit, and then die in the middle of replying to a Reddit post. In like 7th or 8th grade they asked us to write an essay on what we'd do if we knew we would die in exactly 24 hours. I put down some smart ass shit like, well, since I'm not dying till midnight tomorrow, I'm basically immortal. So I'd skydive without a parachute. But I also said I'd come into the school at midnight when it's empty and burn it so all the other kids can have a few weeks off school. I got suspended for that, which I maintain to this day is bullshit. Fight a ghost. I mean, in an hour I would be able to listen to music, maybe look at my old drawings.